Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
So isang Yumstastic na hapon, our Yumstastic turies mula Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Welcome sa inyong DepEd ETUlay online tutorial program.
Ito ay handog sa inyo ng Department of Education sa pangunguna ng Educational Technology Unit.
Hayaan nyo kaming samahan kayo sa isang makabuluhang pag-aaral sa hapong ito.
Kaya naman humanda na at sumamang saliksikin ang hiwaga ng humanidades at naghampan lipunan.
Welcome sa inyong DepEd ETUlay online tutorial program. Ako ang inyong Yumstastic tutor, Tutor Aids na always excited to bring learning.
At ako naman ang inyong Yumstastic Tutor G, ang gigil na gigil na kayo ay paglingkuran at matuto sa hapong ito.
Sa subject na philosophy, papalawigin natin ang ating kaalaman sa larangan ng filosofiya because
we learn,
we create,
and we think
in philosophy. Now, Tutor G, let us introduce our Tutor of the Week. Siya ang tutor na nagpakita ng galing at pagiging active sa pagsagot ng mga activity at nakilahok sa ating buong discussion last week.
Yes, Tutor Aids. Kaya naman gusto naming batiin si Enrico Manuel T. Dalupan ng Tenara mula sa Virgen de las Flores High School. Ang kanyang advisor ay amin din pinapasalamatan, si Ma'am Maribel Castillo, at ang kanilang principal na si Ma'am Luisa Marquez. Sila ay mula sa SDO Bulacan. Congratulations and salamat sa inyong aktibong pakikinig at pagsagot sa ating session last week. Napakagaling din ng ating ibang tuties, di ba, Tutor Aids?
Tama ka dyan, Tutor G. So, once again, congratulations Enrico Manuel T. Dalupan dahil siya ang ating tutor of the week. And then sa lahat ng mga tuties natin, sagot lang tayo ng sagot at makipaglahok tayo sa mga activities na meron tayo sa hapong ito. At malay nyo, next week na yung pinakahuli natin, Tutor G, na magkakaroon tayo ng Tutor of the Week. And then the following week ay magkakaroon na tayo ng recognition. So, lahat ng mga naging Tutor of the Week natin, syempre magkakaroon niya ng recognition. And then, by the way, Tutor G, binabati ko nga pala ang aking principal na nagdidiwang ng kanyang kaarawan ngayong araw na ito, si Ma'am Hilaria E. Calma. Hello po, Ma'am. Happy birthday po at sa lahat po ng mga teachers from Cabiao National High School at from SDO Nueva Ecija at sa lahat po ng mga tutis na nanonood and parents na nanonood sa hapong ito.
Yes, Tutor Aids. So ako naman gusto kong batiin lahat ng mga tuties, parents, and teachers na nanonood sa atin today, lalo na sa mga co-teachers ko dyan sa Maligaya National High School sa pangunguna ng aming butihing principal na si Ma'am Jesusa D. Bote. Yan.
Ayan. So welcome tuties and parents to our subject, Introduction to the Philosophy of the Human Person.
Yes, this is our quarter 2, week 7, entitled Finding Your Purpose and the Meaning of His or Her Own Life. And muli, amin pong pinapasalamatan ang DepEd Regional Office 9, Zamboanga Peninsula para sa module na gagamitin natin today.
Maraming salamat po. At before bagitin ko yung objectives natin, Tutor G, may nakita ko nag-comment dito. Yung upcoming tutor natin next semester, si Tutor Josh. Sir Joshua Reyes, hello po. Maraming salamat sa panonood. And then, tutis, ito yung mga objectives na tatargetin natin sa hapong ito. So at the end of the session, you should be able to enumerate the objectives one really wants to achieve and to define the projects she really wants to do in his or her life, and reflect on the meaning of his or her own life.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So now let us have an activity. So here is the direction. Choose two from the words below that best describe your future. Write your choices on the lines below. Explain your answer. So here are the words that you will be choosing from. So ang gagawin nyo guys ay pipili kayo ng dalawang words and i-explain nyo kung bakit yan yung nagde-describe ng future ninyo. So you will write it or comment down on the comment section. You type your answers on the comment section. So, ayan, Tutor Aids.
Ayan. So sabi nga ni Tutor G, yung best two words na magdi-describe sa future ninyo.
Yes.
Kasi topic natin is about your future. So, maraming words dyan. So, pili na lang kayo sa from A to K. Ayan, may mga sumagot na. Tutor G.
Yes, Tutor Aids. Ayan. So, unahin natin si Althea L. Natividad. Ang kanyang sagot, success and contentment. Yan ang kanyang napili. I chose this because they describe my future. Success can be achieved when you try your best in all aspects of everything you do. And that is what I'm doing. I'm working hard to study so I can help my parents in the future. Contentment is being happy and satisfied. When the day comes that I am successful, I want to be content with what I already have and who I already am. Tutor Aid. So, ang ganda ng kanyang choices na words.
Yan. So, ito naman si Lorraine de Guzman. Basahin natin, Tutor G. I choose the word success and happiness to describe my future because since then, I always wanted to be a successful woman in the future. And when I become successful, I am the one who help others to be successful too. And that's my happiness. Tama yan. If you're happy, contented, you will be successful someday. Yan, Tutor G.
Okay. So, another one, we have Ira Nadora Bantaculo. Ang kanyang sagot naman, Tutor Aids, is success and happiness. Ang kanyang reason, I chose these two words because when I succeed, I can give my family what they want and also give help to other people. Helping other people gives me happiness in life. So, napakaganda ng kanyang pananaw sa buhay, Tutor Aids. So, ang dami na nating mga sagot na lumabas, Tutor Aids. Basahin na lang natin yan pag natapos na ang ating session today. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Give your answers. Sagot lang ng sagot, cuties. Thank you. So, now, Tutor Aids.
Yan. So, before we go on, sabi nga ni Tutor G, maraming salamat sa lahat ng tuties na talagang nag-e-effort talaga na mag-type ng mahaba. Huwag kayong mag-alala, binabasa namin po ni Tutor G yan lahat. Hindi man mabasa dito online, pero nababasa namin ni Tutor G. And thank you sa inyo lahat. So, next activity, Tutor G. Okay, so dito bawi tayo mga tuties para mabasa rin ang ating mga sagot. So, brain writing. So, direction natin, write your own ideas regarding this saying about Mother Teresa of Calcutta. So ito yung saying niya. So describe nyo lang kung ano yung ibig sabihin ni Mother Teresa rito. Depende sa inyong pagkakaintindi. Live as if your first day, your only day, and your last day. Again, live as if your first day, your only day, and your last day. Write your ideas. Cuties, ayan, hintayin namin yung mga sagot nyo. Ay, may mabilis na sumagot. Ayan. So, sabi ni Christine Joy Garcia, Iocadio, ayan, live as your first day, your only day, and your last day. In my own word or in my own idea, this reminds me the quotes that we only live once, we cannot fully enjoy our life without understanding and our inevitable deaths. Ayan. So, while we were in this world, let's make a good memories with our family or friends or loved ones. Let's enjoy our life. Ayan, napakadaming sagot. Tutor G, ito.
Yes,
ayan,
Tutor Aids.
Ayan, Tutor G.
Yes, ito naman, Tutor Aids, si Jen Au sa ang kanyang sagot. My idea of this saying is to live as if it were your last day because all of us don't know when we'll be lost. When will we be lost in the world? Make every day worth it, happy and memorable because each day of our lives is very important. I remember when my aunt said, when to pray, and she said before dying. I asked why. She said that we don't know when we will die, so we will pray every day. If you approach every day like it is your last, you will be grateful for the next day. Lastly, be grateful every day of, ayan, hindi na niya nabuo yung kanyang sagot, Tutor Ace. Napakahaba pero napakaganda niyang sinasabi ni Jen Ausa.
Ito, Tutor G, siguro last na natin muna to. So,
Yes,
representative
Tutor
to ng
Ace.
mga kalalakihan. Ayan, si Kyle Jacamil
Ayan.
Felices. Siya yung isa sa mga boys na talagang nanguna sa pagsagot. Sabi niya, I take the meaning of those lines are spend your time wisely. Do good things as you can. Spend time to those people who's very important to you. Make memories with them because we don't know what will happen tomorrow or even the after tomorrow. Tama nga naman si Kyle, hindi natin alam ang mangyayari, kaya live the moment. Ayan. So thank you, Kyle.
Yes. Thank you, dear Chuti, sa inyong mga sagot. Huwag mag-alala, sagot lang ng sagot, bigay lang ng bigay ng sagot dahil nababasa namin yan at dyan namin pinipilit, di ba, Tutor Aids, yung ating mga Chuti of the Week, kung sino yung mga nakakasagot palagi sa ating mga activities. Thank you, dear Chutis. Okay, let's move on to our lesson. So here is lesson 7, finding your purpose. So sabi dito, according to Ramos in his book in 2016, there are 4 aspects. Leave the part of the unknown, for life has many mysteries. The side where others know about you or perceive you, your negative sides, and your affirmative sides, Tutor Aids.
Ayan, in order daw to find your purpose, dapat i-consider natin yung 4 aspect. Ayan. So the first one is leave the part of the unknown because maraming mga cases or nangyayari sa buhay natin na talagang mystery, kumbaga. Hindi natin inaasahan na dumarating. So leave that part kasi hindi naman natin dapat expect lahat yan. So kung ano lang yung dumating, yun lang yung tanggapin natin to know your purpose. Okay, the next one is yung kung ano, yung comment or kung ano yung tingin sa'yo ng ibang tao. Kasi minsan hindi mo napapansin yung sarili mo, ganito ka na pala. So iba yung tingin ng tao sa'yo because yun yung nakikita nila. So minsan kailangan i-accept mo yung mga opinions nila, yung mga suggestions nila kasi yun yung ikabubuti mo rin. And then the last two, yung alam mo sa sarili mo talaga na negative side and positive side mo. Kasi ikaw mismo sa sarili mo, alam ko yung mga negative sides ko eh. Alam ko rin yung mga positive sides ko. So dapat i-push mo yung mga positive sides mo at iwasan mo yung mga negative sides mo in order for you para malaman mo yung purpose mo kung ano yung gusto mong marating. Ayan yung mga dapat mong i-consider. So that is according to Ramos noong 2016. Ayan, Tutor G. And then we have here the lesson 8, philosopher's perspective on the meaning of life. So our first philosopher is Socrates. Ayan. So meron siya tinatawag na ethical teaching. If a man should develop himself, he should cultivate his soul. Man's nature is determined by his soul. Soul is the center of moral life. To develop one's soul, he must acquire knowledge. Knowledge enables us to act correctly. For without knowledge, he does evil. Ignorance is the source of all evil. Self-mastery is the power of the soul over the body. It is the mastery of the reason over the sense.
Yes, ayan, Tutor Aid. So, the perspective of our first philosopher, Socrates, talks about ethical teaching. Okay, so sinasabi niya dito na kung gusto nating i-develop ang ating mga sarili, dapat simulan natin sa ating mga kaluluwa, yung ating soul. So, okay, so pinag-uusapan natin ang kaluluwa bilang yung sentro ng ating pagkatao upang mapaunlad natin ito. Kailangan din natin ng kaalaman. Sabi dito, knowledge enables one to act correctly. But if one is ignorant, he does evil. So sinasabi natin na pag tayo ay may kamangmangan, ito yung pinanggagalingan ng lahat ng mga bisyo natin. So kailangan daw natin ng mastery of reason over our senses. Okay. So next we have Tutor Aids, Plato. He is the founder of the Academy, which was the school of Aristotle. So this is his perspective, no, on the ideal man, the perfect man. So for Plato, man in his present existence is only an imperfect copy of his original self. The perfect man exists in the realm of ideas through the process of remembering his former self and his perfections, and by constant imitation of his ideal, by the practice of virtue, man regains his perfection, which he lost during his long earthly exile and his imprisonment of the body as a punishment for sin. Man now is imperfect. Can be perfected again. Yun ang kanyang sinasabi, Tutor Aids.
Yan. So, parang ipapasok natin yung kasabihan natin dyan na nobody is perfect. Okay? So, sabi ni Plato na originally, tayo ay perfect. Yan. So, perfect talaga tayo. So, siguro yung tinutukoy ni Plato dyan is our soul. Our soul is perfect. Pero yung ating original self or yung copy of self natin ngayon from our original self, that is imperfect. Dahil andito tayo sa katawan natin, okay, sabi nga natin is the punishment of the sin. Okay? So, marami tayong nasasagap na sabihin na nating hindi kaya. Example, sa paglaki mo, salamuha mo ang maraming tao na magbibigay sa iyo ng iba't ibang pag-uugali. Kung saan ka lumaki, doon mabibase yung pag-uugali. So therefore, as pag tumatanda tayo or nagtatagal tayo dito sa mundo, mas lalo tayo nagiging imperfect. Okay? Pero yung man, sabi ni Plato, na imperfect ngayon can be perfected again once we go doon sa tinatawag natin talagang final place natin. Pag namatay na tayo, okay, babalik ang soul natin kung saan tayo nanggaling, kung saan yung soul natin ay magiging perfect again. So sabi niya, man now is imperfect but can be perfected again. So that is according to Plato on the ideal man, the perfect man. Ayan. And then next, Tutor G, we have Aristotle. Ayan. Aristotle founded his own school, the Lyceum. His discipline were called peripatetics from peripatos. Okay, so meaning covered walk, man and reason. Ito ang kanyang philosophy. For Aristotle, the imperative quality of a judgment of practical intellect is meaningless apart from the will. It is the reason that makes man resemble the supreme reason that rules and guides the destinies of individuals and nations and leads all things to their proper ends. The real meaning that a man can experience is the attainment of the golden mean, where man is practicing moderation can attain his fulfillment and happiness in life.
Ayun, Tutor Aid. So, nag-start tayo kanina kay Socrates, then ng kanyang student na si Plato, and now student ni Plato na si Aristotle. Okay, so para naman kay Aristotle, yung kanyang perspective ay yung man and reason. So, ang mahalagang kalidad ng good judgment na sinasabi niya ay yung pagkakaroon ng mabuting kalooban. So ang tunay na kahulugan na maaaring maranasan ng isang tao ay ang pagkamit ng sabi diyan kanina golden, 'di ba? Sabi niya kanina golden meaning, kung saan ang tao sa pamamagitan ng pagsasagawa ng yung sabi natin na moderation or umakto or gumawa na may katamtaman lamang upang makamit natin ang katuparan at kaligayahan sa buhay, no? So kung ikaw ay may magandang kalooban at you act in moderation, you will attain fulfillment and happiness in your life. So yun ang sinasabi naman ni Aristotle. Ayan. So next we have Saint Augustine of Hippo. So this is his perspective. Sabi niya, philosophy of love. Ayan. Morality consists in the constant imitation of the divine model. Augustine, following his great predecessor and educator, teaches that morality consists in love, since it is love that makes us like into love, which is God.
Napakasimple lang ng perspective or philosophy ni St. Augustine of Hippo. Sabi niya, philosophy of love. So ano nga ba ang bumubuo sa pag-uugali ng isang tao or morality? Kung ano ang tama at kung anong mali. That is love. Okay? Because the love that makes us like into love. Kung sino yung LOB, capital LOB natin na yan, that is God. Okay, in order for you to know what is right and what is good, first you need to love the God. Kapag love mo si God, lahat yan, your morals will be good. Hindi ka makakagawa na masama because you know that you love God. So that is the concept of philosophy of love. And then we have here Saint Thomas of Aquinas. So we have excuse me. So we have actually three. So ito yung dalawa, tutor G. So man's ultimate destiny, the supremacy of reason, rationalism in man, and maintain that man can know the truth with certainty by the use of his reason. And the next one is the philosophy of happiness. This perfect happiness, which all means seek, can be found in God alone, according to Saint Thomas of Aquinas.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So, naman dito kay St. Thomas Aquinas sa iyong ultimate destiny, man's ultimate destiny. So, yan yung unang perspective niya na sinasabi niya na ang tao ay umaakto sa kanyang ayon sa kanyang reason, no, or katwiran. Ito yung ating pagiging rational beings na sinasabi, lagi natin itong naririnig. So simply put, sinasabi natin na kung ang isang tao ay may reason or ginagamit niya yung kanyang katwiran, maaring malaman niya or maabot niya yung katotohanan, yung may certainty by the use of his reason. While on the second perspective, sinasabi lamang niya na ang kaligayahan na ating inaasam ay maaabot natin kung mahanap natin yung Diyos, ang Diyos. Okay, which is I think is true, Tutor Aids, kasi naririnig natin palagi at nababasa natin yung I found peace, I found happiness when I found God. Or nung tinanggap ko si God sa aking pagkatao, ayon. Diba? So, ayan, na-touch natin yung religion to Tutor Aids. Ano? Okay, so next we have St. Thomas Aquinas. So, this is the last one kay St. Thomas Aquinas, the universal man. Man in his present state of existence on earth is mortal, finite, and imperfect. But with the attainment of his supreme purpose and union with God, he is elevated to the rank of the divine, the immortal, the perfect. The meaning of life for Thomas Aquinas is to see the face of God in all things and the struggle to find the purpose of life, not to seek how the heavens go, but how to go to heaven.
Ayan. So sabi natin sa universal man, tama nga naman that a man who is existing on earth is mortal, finite, and imperfect. Lahat tayo ay mortal, finite, and imperfect. So paano ba natin ma-attain yung pagiging immortal natin at pagiging perfect natin? Once, nasabi nga ni Tutor G, pag tinanggap natin si God at ginamit natin si God sa lahat ng purpose natin sa buhay. Ayan. So dapat daw kung nagkakaroon tayo ng struggle, wag natin sisisihin. Sabi natin, not to seek how the heaven go. Bakit ako pinarurusahan ng Diyos? Bakit binibigay sa akin ng mga pagsubok na to? Dahil lahat yan may purpose of God. At ang dapat natin isipin ay kung paano tayo makakapunta doon sa heaven at hindi pa kung paano tayo pinarurusahan ng heaven. Because lahat ng struggle natin, lahat ng mga problema pinagdadaanan natin, sabi nga natin, pagsubok yan ni God, inihahanda niya tayo for better life. Ayan. So that is the universe of man. And then, we have here, okay, so according to Arthur Schopenhauer, ayan. For him, life without pain is meaningless. That is from Britannica. For unless we do become ourselves, life is meaningless. According to Ramos 2016. He believes that every individual is a unique person, but not all have the insight and determination to be realistic in developing one's potentiality. Thus, we are the only ones responsible for our own success. For Schopenhauer, as part of the natural world, we are motivated by our inclinations. We ignore the profound reality that underlies it.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So, para naman kay Schopenhauer, wala daw kabuluhan ang buhay na walang sakit or pain. So, di ba naririnig at nasasabi naman na natin yung salitang no pain, no glory. No pain, no
Yan.
gain. So, ayun, di ba? So, ang buhay, sabi natin, ay walang kabuluhan kung di man lang natin nararanasan or mararanasan ang hirap o sakit minsan sa ating buhay. Tutor Aids, di ba may kanta nga na, what doesn't kill you make you stronger? Ayan, kaya hindi naman natin ikakamatay ang pain o yung paghihirap or yung sakit. Kaya dapat matuto tayong lumaban at maranasan man lang natin kahit minsan lang sa ating buhay ang hirap or sakit. So, ang sinasabi din niya na ang bawat isa ay unique. Okay, so special tayo, ngunit hindi lahat ay may potential, sabi nga dyan, may potential or may determinasyon na gawing makatotohanan itong kanyang development. No, yung ilabas yung potential niya bilang isang tao. So, tayo lamang sa sarili natin ang may responsibilidad or kakayahan upang makamit natin ang success. So, yun ang sinasabi ni Arthur Schopenhauer. Ayan. So next we have Carl Theodor Jaspers. So Jasper's philosophy places the person's temporal existence in the face of the transcendent God, an absolute imperative. Transcendence relates to us through limit situation. In the face of sickness, unemployment, guilt, or death, we are at the end of our line. And at that limit, one comes to grief and becomes aware of the phenomenon of one's existence. Tutor AIDS.
And so according to Jasper's philosophy, sabi natin that we are in a temporal existence. So sa temporal existence strategy, yung current situation natin or current existence natin dito, which is the phase of transcendence or the soul. Okay? So lahat tayo laging bumabalik sa soul. Okay? Lagi tayong relate sa soul natin. So sabi rito that in every time you feel sick, unemployed, guilt, lagi nating sinasabi na wala nang pag-asa. Okay? It is the end of the line for me. Kasi akala natin na yun na, binagsakan na ako ng langit at lupa, yung mga quotation natin, yung pinagbagsakan na ako ng langit at lupa. But sabi niya, dapat isipin natin na lahat yan is dinadaanan natin or pinagdadaanan natin para malaman natin kung ano yung purpose natin, bakit tayo nag-e-exist dito sa mundo. Okay? Kasi in every experience na nararanasan natin, meron tayong lesson na natututunan. At yung lesson na natututunan natin na yan, ay yung ginagamit natin para malaman natin kung bakit, ano yung purpose ko, kung bakit ako nag-i-exist dito. And syempre, don't forget that you're a soul, iaalay mo yung soul mo kay God. At kapag si God ang naging sentro ng lahat ng bagay, anything would be possible. Ayan. So that is according to Jasper's philosophy. And then, we have here Carl Theodor Jasper. So meron pa pala, Tutor G. So sabi niya, to live an authentic existence always require a leap of faith. Ayan. And his authentic existence is no other than freedom and God. We may conclude, therefore, that man out of desperation realized the true value of things. Saka mo mamimiss ang isang tao pag wala na siya sa'yo. Diyos na lang ang bahala sa akin. Ayan. So you can only appreciate the value of health when you get sick.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So ito namang perspective na to ni Carl Theodor Jaspers ay sinasabi naman niya na upang mamulat ng authentic or tunay na kailangan natin ng tiwala. Kailangan natin ng tiwala or leap of faith. So sinasabi lamang natin na we can reach our authentic existence if we are free and we have God in our lives. No? Sinasabi natin na malalaman lang natin ang halaga ng isang bagay o tao o pangyayari kung ito ay nakaraan na or natapos na dumaan sa buhay natin. Tulad nga ng sinasabi natin na yung sinabi ko sana na mahal ko si Lola pero ngayon wala na siya, di ko na nasabi. Sayang. So, ayun, nasa huli yung pagsisisi pero hindi naman kailangan na ganun lagi ang nangyayari. You just have to have a leap of faith na tinatawag. Magtiwala ka lang and live the moment kasi hindi mo na maibabalik ang mga panahon na nasayang mo or yung nawala. So, you have to live the moment and magtiwala ka lang at hindi mo na to masasabi, itong mga bagay na to, yung nasa huli yung pagsisisi. Ayan, Tutor Eid. So, next we have Gabriel Honore Marcel. So, para sa kanya naman, human life, according to Marcel, is the embodiment of the human subject, the unity of body and mind, and the central human experiences often referred to as the concrete approaches of faith, fidelity, hope, and love.
Yan. So according naman kay Gabriel Honore Marcel, ang tao ay umiikot sa mga human subjects. So ano yung human subject na yan? First, you have the body. Second, you have the mind. And the third one is very important, kanina pa natin i-emphasize, is the human experiences. Okay, it is not enough that you have the unity and mind. You need also one human subject, which is the human experience, dahil that is the concrete and approach of faith. Kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan mo, pagsubok mo sa buhay, tatatag yung faith mo. Okay, magkakaroon ka ng fidelity, magkakaroon ka ng hope, magkakaroon ka ng love because naranasan mo yung mga human experiences. Hindi mo naman masasabing nagmahal ka kung hindi mo naramdaman or na-experience. Okay? Hindi mo masasabing may pag-asa pa kung hindi ka nadapa at tumayo muli at nagkaroon ng pag-asa. So masasabi mo lang ang lahat ng bagay na that you can have faith in God, fidelity, and hope and love because lahat ng yan ay dumaan sa human experiences which is concrete and approach na bumubuo sa iyong pagkatao. So according to Gabriel Honore, again, ang tatlong bagay na bumubuo sa tao, the body and mind, and then the human experiences. Ayan. So next, Tutor G. So according pa rin kay Gabriel Honore Marcel, so according to Gabriel Marcel, he is deeply concerned about life as it is affect the individual in his situation in the world. His whole philosophy can be summed up as the expression of an option that life can have a positive meaning.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So kay Marcel po pa rin tayo. So si Marcel naman ay labis na nag-aalala tungkol sa buhay dahil ito ay nakakaapekto sa individual, sa kanyang sitwasyon sa mundo. Yan, situation in the world. Ang kanyang buong filosofiya ay maaring buod bilang pagpapahayag nung isang opinion, yung expression of an option which is ang buhay ay maaring magkaroon ng positibong kahulugan. Life can have a positive meaning. So tulad nga ng nasabi natin, we have to live in the moment and have a positive outlook in life. So yun. Okay, so sa kanya po pa rin tayo, kay Gabriel Honore Marcel, ang kanyang sinabi. The question, what am I, cannot be fully answered on human level. The question that proved unanswerable on the human level turns into an appeal beyond one's experience, beyond the circle of fellow human beings. One turns to the absolute thou, the non-objectifiable transcendent thou. When a person loves and experiences the inevitable deficiencies of human love, he or she sees the glimpse of an absolute I-thou relationship between the totality of one's being. Thus, philosophy leads to adoration. That is by Ramos in 2016. Tutor Aids.
Yan, so madalas natin naririnig yung tanong na yung, what am I? Okay, ano nga ba ako? Okay, saan ako nabibilang? Sino nga ba ako? Ayan, marami tayong tanong. Sabi rito, the question that what am I ay hindi kayang sagutin ng ating human level. So, masasagot lamang natin ang what am I sa pamamagitan ng mga experience natin. Okay, so ini-emphasize na naman dito yung I-thou relationship which is sa mga past lesson natin ay talaga naman na-discuss na natin. When we say I-thou, me and you relationship or relation to other subject or another person to person relationship. So in order for you to know who you are or what you are, sabi rito, first you need to understand what is love and experience the inevitable deficiencies of human. Kung naranasan mo ng magmahal, kung naranasan mo ng umibig sa isang tao or sa kapwa mo, that what we call the philosophy that leads to adoration. Okay, for you to answer what am I, first kilalanin mo muna kung sino yung mga tao na dapat mong mahalin. And then yung mga tao na yon ang magsasabi kung sino ka talaga o who you are or what you are. That is the philosophy of adoration by Gabriel Honore Marcel. Ayan. So last na yata to, Tutor G. Because
yes, Tutor Aids.
We're going to have your activity 3. Ayan. So we're going to apply lahat ng pinag-usapan natin, chutis, sa activity 3. So let's apply. Kaya nga let's apply ang pangalan ng ating activity 3. So instruction natin, if you knew that you have 3 more days left to live, how are you going to spend your life and make it meaningful? Again, kung meron ka ng 3 na lamang 3 araw na nalalabi sa iyong buhay, paano mo siya gagamitin at paano mo gagamitin ang buhay mo para maging meaningful. Ayan, so hintay tayo ng mga sagot.
Yes, Tutor
Napakabigat ng
AIDS.
napakabigat
Kaya
ng
nga,
tanong.
Tutor AIDS. Oo nga, Tutor AIDS, no? 3 days to live. Ano nga ba ang gagawin natin, cuties, kung 3 araw na lang ang natitirang araw natin sa mundo? Ano kaya ang kanilang sagot? Excited akong malaman kung ano yung mga
Oo,
sasagot
pero
nila, Tutor
actually, Tutor
AIDS.
G, parang ayokong isipin na magkakaroon na lang ako last 3 more days. Pero if ever man, Tutor G,
Yes, kasi hindi
siguro,
natin malalaman, Tutor
yeah,
AIDS.
if ever man siguro, Tutor G, ako siguro, ayan, so bago natin basahin, siguro I spend more time with my family. Kasi
Yes,
yun
Tutor
sila
AIDS.
yung una at huling tao na gusto kong makita. Okay.
Yes,
So,
Tutor
meron mga
AIDS.
sagot dito, Tutor G. So, unahin na natin yung unang nagbigay. Ayan. So, according to Ira, on my first day, I will spend the whole day by myself. Ayan. So, sarili muna daw niya. I will do nothing. I want to be able to make me happy. On my second day, I will spend the entire day with my family and friends. I will tell them everything I want to say. And on the last day, I will go to church to ask forgiveness for the sins I have committed and also be able to thank the Lord for the blessings He has given me while I have lived on earth. Napaka-meaningful talaga ng 3 days.
Napakabigat ng kanyang sinabi, Tutor
In-enumerate
AIDS.
niya yung 3 days. Thank you, Ira.
Yes, ayan.
Then,
Si Jen Ausa naman tayo, Tutor AIDS. If I only had 3 days left on this planet, I'd prefer to die happily. Before I die, one thing I'd probably do is smile and appreciate every minute. On the first day, I will spend my whole day with my family and friends. While on the second day, I will spend my whole day on my own and do what I want to experience. On the last day, I will go to church and thank God for all the blessings and life He has given me and praise Him. In short, I will spend my last 3 days left to live with a full heart siguro. No, Sir AIDS,
di na
kasi hindi na niya
kompleto.
na kompleto yung kanyang sinabi. No?
Ayan.
Nakaka-excite yung kanyang sinabi.
Sobrang haba
Kinalibutan
eh.
pa nga ako.
Thank you, Jen. Actually, Tutor G, nagustuhan ko talaga yung sinabi niya. I will just
Yes.
smile and appreciate my life.
Everything,
Ayan,
yes.
ayan, everything. So sabi
Mm-mm.
naman ni Althea Natividad, if I have 3 days left to live in this world, I will make sure that it is meaningful. I will bond with my family so that we have so much fun that there seems to be no tomorrow. I will go to places or do things I haven't done yet, or I will go to the places where I'm happy. And lastly, I will go to church and tell him what my heart wants to say to surrender myself to Him. Ayan, pinaka-the best talaga is to go to church and surrender everything
Yes,
to
Tutor
God. Siguro ito
AIDS.
last na, Tutor G.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So ito naman ay sagot ni Lorraine de Guzman. If I already knew that I have only 3 more days left to live, the first thing that I am going to do is to forgive. Forgive those who has sinned on me, and I also tell sorry to those people I did something wrong. And then I can spend my life with my family and friends and make the happiest moment in my life with them. It is better to die in peace. Wow, tama nga naman si Lorraine Tutor Aid. So, forgiving isa sa mga kanyang haharapin, kahit na masakit siguro para sa kanya, uunahin niyang mag-forgive and forget para naman peaceful ang kanyang paglisan. Ayan, napakabigat at nakakakilabot yung mga sagot ng ating cuties. Pero, yun na yung ating last muna na babasahin, Tutor Aids. Basahin po natin yung ibang mga sagot after our show. So now let us have our assessment, dear cuties. So, the directions. Read each item carefully and write the correct letter of the answer on the space provided before each number. So again, write your the number and the letter of your answer. Okay, let's begin.
Let's begin. So, assessment na tayo. So, number 1. So, he was charged an empathy of corruption of the minds of the youth. He also said that knowledge enable one to act correctly. For without knowledge, man does evil. So, A. Aristotle, B. Zeno, C. Plato, or D. Socrates. So, letter lamang, number, and then letter ang itatype natin, Chutis. So maraming salamat, Chutis, sa lahat ng sagot ninyo. Actually, nakikita ko pa rin dito, talaga namang
Ang
Effort
dami.
talaga, Tutor
Yes,
G.
Tutor Aids.
Essay kung essay.
Nakakatuwa.
Parang may 500 words na limit sila lagi. Ayan. So
Parang
again,
nga po.
assessment natin, number 1, he was charged on empathy and corruptions of the mind of the youth. He also said that that knowledge and evil want to act correctly, for without knowledge man does evil. So sumagot na si Althea. Sabi ni Althea, letter D. Sabi ni Jen, letter D. Lorraine, letter D. Casey, letter D. So ano nga ba ang tamang sagot, Tutor G? Letter D. Ayan, very good. Halos
Very
lahat
good,
talaga.
Chutis.
Lahat tama ang sagot. Very good.
Okay, now let us have number 2, the Greek term for self-mastery, also known as the power of the reason over the sense. A, is it daimonion? B, enilrateia? C, crisis? Or D, peripatos? Ano nga ba ang tamang sagot? So, antayin natin ang sagot ng ating mga tutor aids. So, marami pa rin ang sumasagot sa number 1, pero tama ang kanilang mga sagot. Dito kayo sa number 2, tama rin yung magiging sagot ng ating mga tuties. Malalaman natin yan pag lumabas na yung inyong mga sagot. Ayan.
Medyo napapaisip
Nahirapan
yata.
Nahirapan yata sila, tutor aids, doon sa ating number 2 question. Saan kaya kanina yon? Anong part kaya lumabas itong self-mastery na word? Ayan.
Ayan, mukhang nahirapan talaga, Tutor G. Or medyo na late lang siguro yung response nila because of
Oo
the
nga
internet
po.
connection.
Yes, tutor aids, mabagal nga ang mga internet ngayon. Kahit sa akin, bumabagal-bagal, nakakatakot. Pero naitagpos naman natin ang araw na ito, tutor aids.
Yes. Alam natin yung mga struggle natin na yan during before our live. Ayan. So,
Yes.
parang walang nakakasagot pa, Tutor G.
Oo nga, tutor aids. Bakit kaya? Ano kaya yung hindi kaya nila masagot ito? Hindi kaya nila maalala? Ayan. Sagot lang ng sagot, cuties. Huwag kayo mag-alala, hindi namin kayo mapapagalitan kung mali man kayo or tama man yung inyong sagot. Okay lang yan. Kung sa tingin nyo ito yung tama pero mali pala, okay lang yun. Pero malay nyo, tama kayo ng sagot. Di ba, tutor aids?
Ayan, may sumagot na. May sumagot na, Tutor G.
Ayan. Si Kyle, tutor aids, ang kanyang sagot ay B. Si Irish, ang kanyang sagot ay C. Ayan, so dalawa pa lang yung malakas ang loob na sumagot. Ayan, si Kyla Bote, kanyang sagot ay A. Si Mar, B. Mar Manabat, B. Jasper Nicolay Matnaw.
May dalawa lang sumagot na yan. Marami na.
Ayan, tutor aids, ang dami ng sagot. Nagsilabasan na. Ang tamang sagot ay Letter B. Cuties. Ayan, meron namang, ang dami naman tumama, tutor aids.
Okay, last 3 na tayo. Number 3 na tayo rather. So it is said by Aristotle that the imperative quality of a judgment of practical intellect is meaningless apart from A, will, B, mind, C, conscience, D, the gen. Again, it is said by Aristotle that the imperative quality of a judgment of practical intellect is meaningless apart from blank. Letter A, will, B, mind, C, conscience, and D, the gen. Ayan. So, wag kakalimutan yung number. Ayan, may sumagot na agad. So, nag-review si Christina. Sabi ni Christine, letter C. Ayan. So, nangunguna si Christine. Ayan. So, hintayin pa natin. Sige lang. Process muna natin mga information. Ayan. So, may sumagot na si Lorraine. Sabi niya ni Lorraine, letter C. Okay. Si Jen, C. Si Jasper, C. Si Bea, C. And Kyle, BJ, ayan, Casey. Ayan, so lahat sila letter C. So, Tutor G, ano ba ang sagot natin?
Ang tamang sagot, tutor aids, ay
letter A. Sorry.
A. So, may meron tutor aids. Ayan, so let's go to number 4. Okay, it is said by this philosopher that man in his present state of existence is a composite of body and soul, mind and matter, sense and intellect, passion and reason. Is it A, Aristotle, B, Zeno, C, Plato, or D, Socrates? Okay, ulitin natin. It is said by this philosopher that man in his present state of existence is a composite of body and soul, mind and matter, sense and intellect, passion and reason. Is it A, Aristotle, B, Zeno, C, Plato, D, Socrates? Ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Dear Chutis, sagot na! Ayan, medyo nag-slow down ulit. Tutor age yung ating mga cuties. Medyo sila napapaisip na naman kung ano nga ba ang tamang sagot. Ayun na, may sumagot na tutor age. Si Kyle, ating first honor. A, Irish. B, ayan, sila Jamia, A. Ayan, lumabas na yung mga sagot. May A, may B. Si Christine, B. Si Jasper, B. Ano nga ba yung tamang sagot, tutor age? So, ang tamang sagot ay Letter A. Thank you.
Yan, nagpapakitang gila si Jasper sa atin Okay, so last number na to. Number 5, what is a particular act that which is in our power and we are responsible for it? Okay, A moral act, B, immoral act, C, moral act, or D, vicious act. Again, what is the particular act that which is in the power and we are responsible for it? A moral act, immoral act, moral act, or vicious act. Ayan, meron na. Letter C. Talaga si Jasper nangunguna. Sabi ni Jasper, C. Sabi ni ni June, that is C. Jen, C. Okay. And then Kyla Bote, C. Ayan, so maraming sumagot na letter C. Tutor G, ano ba tamang sagot? Letter C.
Yes, congratulations, cuties, at thank you sa inyong mga sagot. But now let us wrap up our lesson. Okay, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. That is by Dr. Zeus. Okay.
Ayan, so muli narito ang bumubuo sa Senior High School Humanities and Social Sciences.
Yes, lagi po tayong sumubaybay tuwing alas 4 ng hapon para sa Philosophy of the Human Person.
For your feedback and suggestion, you may visit the tinyurl.com/ETUlay feedback form
or scan the QR code that you are seeing in your screens right now.
Once again, thank you. At dito na natatapos ang Yumstastic episode para sa Quarter 2, Week 7 ng ating online tutorial. Muli akong Yumstastic tutor, Tutor Aids, na always excited to bring learning.
Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok and we hope to see you next week. Muli ako si Yumstastic Tutor G, ang gigil na gigil na kayo ay paglingkuran at matuto sa hapong ito.
Once again, for your comments and suggestion, you may email us at ethic@deped.gov.ph.
Susunod na ang Disciplines and Ideas in the Social Sciences kasama si Tutor Sheila and Tutor M.
Cuties, parents, at lahat ng nanonood ngayong hapon ito, samahan nyo kami uli next week dahil ikaw ang best.
Tuwing Huwebes! Paalam! Salamat!
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!